Alright, it's probably going to wind up... Anyway, test this out now. There we go. Alright guys, we're back. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back. And let's check this out. Okay, here we go. The mic works fine. Alright, let's check this out. Okay, good. You guys just heard me. So, perfect. Alright, now let's switch back over. Make sure everything is working. Alright, whatever. It's very strange the way this thing acts sometimes, but it works. OBS, you just gotta take things out, put them in different ports, and then they work. I don't know why it's like that. That's what seems to work for me all the time, which is cool. Finicky program, so I expect that. But OBS works 10 times better than the regular game machine that they give you with your Elgato. Elgato is a very good piece of technology, but OBS, for some reason, they just work better than the other one. The other one acts up too much. Way too much. Like, Elgato acts up, but you can fix it. Whereas the other one, like, if you have... Like, that's how bad it is. It worked on a very early version of it, I remember. After that version, you got fucked over too many times. After that version, you got fucked over too many times. And it happened to me once too many, and then Perry explained it to me, so I was happy about that. I hate when that pig stops you. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I was talking earlier, I don't know how much you guys heard of the James Bond conversation, but I didn't think Timothy Dalton was that bad, but I think he was supposed to be the 80s Bond, and it never happened. I'm not 100% sure on that, but certainly by the 90s, like the mid-90s at least, like maybe they were eyeballing Brosnan already, and maybe I was thinking of the idea that, you know, maybe they were thinking about Brosnan for Living Daylights anyway, but they just couldn't get him, because he was on that show Steel, I think, or something like that. I forgot what it was called, but he was on some show in the 80s, so by the time they did Living Daylights, they probably couldn't get him. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they were eyeing Brosnan for it already. I don't know. But he was the perfect Bond. Yeah, never again. They only did it once, and that was the end of him. Well, Brosnan at least had like 5 or 6 movies, or whatever it was, but I forget how many movies he was in. It might have just been 5, but yeah, let's see. It was GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Never something with the world in the title. I forget what it's called now. And Die Another Day. Nice. GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World's Not Enough, that's what it was. And then Die Another Day. Yeah, only did 4 movies, yeah. You didn't get that many movies as Bond, which sucks, but... Yeah. I would have liked to have seen Brosnan in at least 2 more movies, but... Maybe they're getting, they were getting wiser at that time, I guess. They were like, well, we gotta make sure these guys get out before they're 40 or whatever. Or however, I don't know. Who do you get? Do you get anybody from this race? Oh, here we go. Oh, Bebop and Rocksteady are in this game? Shit. April. Okay, so everybody. Alright. Almost everybody from Ninja Turtles is in this too. Let's see if you guys is in the chat. I don't think he is, but. Alright, let's back out of this guy. Get out of this one, or we'll hop over to something else. Speaking of James Bond stuff, let's do something similar. I wish we had a James Bond game, but they never. I wish they had the James Bond games backwards compatible on this from Xbox and stuff, but I don't know why they don't. But maybe nobody has the license. We'll play. That's similar, not the same thing, but shoot off a few rounds in this. Yeah, wish I had it somewhere. I know what I can do. Maybe we'll do some old school stuff one day. Probably do some old school. Yeah. It's funny because GoldenEye was on N64, and then Tomorrow Never Dies was only on PlayStation. So that's pretty funny because N64 GoldenEye was exclusive. It probably would have looked better on PlayStation at the time, but for some reason it was exclusive to N64. And then, and then it's funny because after that, you had, let's see, what games can we make here? How many maps can you play? Let's see if we can even do this. Can we do this with bots? We could do this one. Yeah, check this out. But yeah, it's funny because The World Is Not Enough was on PlayStation and the N64, I believe. But yeah, it's pretty funny, man. It's like all those older games and shit. Remember on Xbox, I played every single one of them too. All the ones that came out, like Nightfire and shit. Because they had ones that had it had Brosnan's Bond in it, and it was like different storylines, which is cool. There was one like Give Me Everything or Nothing or something like that. Yeah, or it was called Everything or Nothing, I think. But they had a song and everything. Like they had original scripts for those games too. It's pretty cool.
Free fall.
And then I remember 360. They might have had. I don't even remember. I think it stopped in 360 era though. I don't think there were any Bond games then. Oh no, there was. There was Legends, and then they had that other game. Fuck you! I just shot him, didn't I? Anyway, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Everything or Nothing, and Nightfire was definitely another game too. Nightfire was cool because I think they had space in that shit. Made you feel like you were playing Moonraker from that movie with Roger Moore, but Yeah, they even brought back Sean Connery in one of them on Xbox. I remember that shit. They brought back From Russia with Love. They made that game. It's like the only time Sean Connery's in an actual video game. But they had, they had 007 Legends, and then they also had the GoldenEye game. They made the sequel to GoldenEye with Daniel Craig in it. So I hope somebody gets a license back for that, because that would be cool to play. Because I never really got a chance to play it. So that'd be cool. I was too busy with a bunch of other games. I meant to get it though, but didn't get around to, because I beat every other James Bond game besides that one. I beat GoldenEye Rogue Agent, which you basically played a bad guy in that game. I don't think James Bond's in it, but it was pretty cool. I forget what fucking game that was, but I beat the campaign to this already.
Enemy down.
Campaigns of James Bond better be this game better be like the best James Bond game in a while, because there hasn't been a James Bond game in forever, so they better really make it worthwhile if they do it. Well, they are gonna do it, but you know, if you're gonna do it right. Fuck around. I still have yet to see the trailer, so I don't know.